With amazing arts and culture, gnarly mountain biking trails, a booming food scene, and more craft breweries than you can shake a stick at, Little Rock has a lot going on for it. But it ain't paradise. Sweat-drenching summers, mosquitoes the size of birds, construction traffic jams, and lacking public transit. We got our fair share of headaches too. But here's the thing, the good totally outweighs the bad in my book. So stick around as I break it all down for y'all. Get the insider's guide to my hometown's perks, quirks, and everything in between. Consider this your unofficial relocation consultation, Little Rock style. And be sure to let me know if you have any questions about the one and only Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm happy to help any way that I can. Alright, let's get to it. Here are the pros and cons of living in Little Rock, Arkansas. Number 1, y'all are in for a real treat with Little Rock's arts and culture scene blowing up lately. The Symphony's been hitting it out of the park with their shows at the Robinson Center. Y'all gotta catch them play classics like Mozart, Beethoven, and all them fancy composers who make beautiful music that gives you all the feels. But they also mix in music from like Star Wars and video games to keep things fresh and appeal to the younger folks. Now I still get goosebumps when they play music from the movie while showing clips on the big screen. And hearing the Mario Brothers theme with a full orchestra is amazing. They really know how to put on an entertaining show. And don't sleep on the Arkansas Art Center either. Their exhibits are world class and right on par with the big art museums in like New York City or Chicago. Very fancy stuff, but without the huge city price tag. The kiddos will love the hands-on art studio where they can make their own masterpieces too. And the gift shop is on point if you need a cute tote or an artsy souvenir. Now for live music, you can hit up Whitewater Tavern or the Rev Room to catch local bands jamming everything from bluegrass to hip hop. We even had people like Post Malone and Taylor Swift play intimate shows at the cozy music venues around town before they got super famous. Now, that's a concert experience you can brag about. Supporting your local musicians has always been important to Little Rock. Now, if you're in a dancing mood, the community theater has top-notch musicals and plays like Hamilton and Dear Evan Hansen that tour through town. And the comedy scene is blown up too. You'll have laughs for days at clubs like The Joint and the Looney Bin when they book hilarious stand-up comics. Everyone's always laid back and having a good time at these shows, and it's just good old down-home humor and entertainment. So come on down and experience the creative energy humming through the rock. Between the paintings, jams, laughs, and performances, there's always something artsy going on. Little Rock's got culture, soul, and charm, y'all. There ain't nothing cookie cutter or boring about it. With amazing talent and venues, big and small, you can find inspiring arts experiences for any taste. Our growing arts and culture scene is definitely something to brag about. And y'all are gonna have best time exploring all the city has to offer. Now, number 2. For thrill-seeking outdoor enthusiasts, Little Rock has some of the best mountain biking trails around. Just head to Pinnacle Mountain State Park where you'll find killer single-track routes winding through the Ouachita Forest. And we're talking steep climbs here, screaming downhill runs and sweet jumps. It's like a mountain biker's paradise. But first timers can start on the beginner-friendly Ouachita Trail, which gently rolls through the woods. It's a great way to take in the gorgeous scenery and tall pines without too much heart-pumping action. But when you're ready for an adrenaline rush, you can hit up gnarly downhill runs like Jack Fork and Rock Valley trails. The local mountain bike community is super welcoming too. Groups like Central Arkansas Trail Alliance do trail maintenance and organize group rides, festivals, and competitions to bring riders together. All ages and abilities are welcome. It's a great way to meet fellow bike fanatics and discover new trails. You'll be itching to try the next challenging route after catching the mountain biking bug here in Little Rock. Whether you want a relaxing nature cruise or an intense adrenaline rush, Pinnacle Mountain has everything a mountain biker dreams of right in our backyard. Get out and shred those trails just to see for yourself. Little Rock's urban farming scene has been sprouting up all over the place lately. From community gardens to rooftop farms, we've got it all. Getting your hands dirty while growing fresh local produce is hugely popular here. For the ultimate farm-to-table experience, head to farms like Bowbrook or Hidden Valley Farm, where you can pick your own fruits and veggies when they're ripe and ready. Nothing beats the flavor of tomatoes, peppers, and berries harvested right from the vine. Downtown River Market's year-round farmers market also offers the best of what's in season from local growers. They also have chef-made goodies and all the crafts you can dream of. Now, if you prefer getting your hands dirty, we've got community gardens popping up in the neighborhoods across town. Folks are coming together to cultivate herbs, fruit trees, and veggie patches while learning organic gardening tips. Fun for the whole fam, and you meet the nicest neighbors. The affordable plots are in high demand with wait lists, so urban gardening is definitely trending. Now for the kiddos, schools are teaching garden education, and each student gets their own patch to tend to. From seed to table, they learn about growing cycles and even cook together in class with the produce they grew. So whether you're a seasoned green thumb or dabbling for the first time, Little Rock has an exciting agricultural scene. Grab some overalls and get growing. Homegrown tomatoes never tasted so good. And number 4, Little Rock is a rising foodie destination full of creative southern cuisine. From farm to table eateries to funky food trucks, Little Rock's dining scene is gaining national attention. For an upscale foodie experience, make a reservation at the Hive or the Rue Cafe, where talented chefs put on gourmet twists on classic southern dishes. Little Rock food trucks like Tacos Godoy serve authentic traditional Mexican cuisines, which are stewed or braised dishes that are made from fresh ingredients. They're a family-owned business also that prepare family recipes, so you know it's a hit. Now, at Saturday's Farmers Market, local cooks whip up traditional family recipes handed down for generations, featuring produce picked fresh that morning. Be sure to ask for a sample. Buy ingredients also to take home and recreate your own dishes. With converted warehouses, repurposed gas stations, and cozy storefronts housing creative eateries, Little Rock's dining scene is eclectic. Our celebrated southern food scene is definitely something to savor. And number 5 is our thriving craft beer scene. Little Rock is quickly becoming a craft beer mecca with breweries popping up left and right. Now in places like Flyway Brewing, Stone Store Brewing, and Lost 40 Brewing, you'll find ever-changing lineup of IPAs, stouts, sours, and more on tap. Now personally, I enjoy regular beer, just a great old American lager. But if you like IPAs and stouts, sours and things like that, these places are the perfect match for you. Join a brewery tour to learn all about the brewing process while sneaking tastes of small batch experimental brews straight from the tanks. Some breweries even handcraft hard kombuchas, seltzers, and ready to drink cocktails now too. Around town, craft beers show up on restaurant menus for pairing with foodie dishes. And specialty bottle shops like Colonial Wine and Spirits have huge selections of local and national brews. The booming craft beer culture around here brings fun events like the Arkansas Beer and Music Festival, brewery crawls, and tap takeovers. It's a super welcoming community full of fellow beer aficionados. Now, with so many unique options, you'll never have to drink the same beer twice. Little Rock is the place to quench your thirst for well-crafted brews with local spirit. Our craft beer scene embodies creative character you can't find anywhere else. Come pull up a bar stool and join the movement. Little Rock has so much going on for it and continues to grow in excitement and appeal each year. The city has an incredible arts and culture scene. Outdoor enthusiasts will love the mountain biking trails at Pinnacle Mountain State Park. The local food scene is also thriving with creative southern cuisine. Funky food trucks, farm-to-table eateries, and converted restaurants are drawing national attention. And you can't beat Little Rock's craft beer culture. That's just a taste of what makes Little Rock so appealing. Other perks include the revitalized River Market District, paddleboarding on the Arkansas River, the inclusive tech startup scene, and affordable cost of living. Now, of course, no city is perfect. Little Rock has its fair share of cons too. The hot and humid summers are brutal. The mosquitoes and pollen can be miserable for allergy sufferers. Lack of public transportation is also an issue. And construction projects cause regular traffic headaches. Let's get into the cons of Little Rock right now. If there's one big drawback about living in Little Rock, it's the incredibly hot, humid summers. We're talking 90s and feeling like 110. The sun beats down and that thick southern air makes it hard to breathe. Stepping outside in the summer is like walking into a steamy sauna. Within minutes, your clothes are drenched. Forget about having a good hair day when the humidity makes your hair frizz and curl. It's downright oppressive. Yard work? Forget about it unless you want a heat stroke. Now to cope, people blast their AC constantly. But even then, you still feel beads of sweat. We run through our supply of popsicles and ice cream just like water, just to cool down. While the rain cools down things into the 80s, the trade-off is insane humidity. So you're wet both inside and out. Nights don't provide much escape either, since Little Rock houses retain all that heat from the day. Some folks resort to sleeping in basements or with the AC on 60 degrees to get comfy. But the power bill skyrockets. Not by much, but it does get high. Now, by the time August rolls around, everyone is so ready for fall, they're practically kissing pumpkins. So if you move to Little Rock, come mentally and physically prepared for our intense summers. Now, Number 2, mosquitoes can be pesky in Little Rock thanks to our humid climate and all the rivers, lakes, and bayous where the little buggers breed. From late spring through fall, they're out looking for their next meal, which unfortunately might be your ankles or arms. Dusk is when the mosquitoes come out to play, often swarming around patios and porches. Despite candles, sprays, and fans, they still manage to find exposed skin for a quick bite, leaving itchy welts behind. During the summer, mosquitoes bother folks working or playing outside with their relentless biting. But it's not all bad. Having screened-in porches is a lifesaver, as there are an array of effective sprays and zappers these days. By taking precautions and outsmarting them, enjoying the outdoors in Little Rock is still totally possible. Mosquitoes may not be annoying, but they won't ruin your fun if you come well prepared. Number 3, if there's one thing you can count on in Little Rock, is construction and traffic delays, thanks to the constant road projects. It seems like orange construction cones and barricades are everywhere you turn. Major highways like I-30, I-630, and I-440 seem to be perpetually under construction for expansions, repairs, and modernization. While the projects aim to improve traffic flow, the construction phase means lane closures and bottleneck traffic for months or even years. What should be a 10-minute drive can turn into 30 minutes or longer. Now, downtown streets are also torn up on a regular basis for utility work, rail expansion, or pedestrian improvements. Detours and closed lanes redirect traffic and cause confusing bottlenecks. Trying to drive across town or get anywhere on time can feel impossible with stretches of roads under construction. Rush hour can become a huge nightmare with all these projects. Folks have to budget extra drive time or risk being late for work or appointments. Just one fender bender can stall back things up for miles. Construction may test your patience, but try to focus on improvements being made to our infrastructure. And remember, honking never helps. We're all just trying to get where we're going. Number 4, getting around Little Rock without a car can be challenging due to the limited public transportation options. Our bus system leaves much to be desired. The CATA, or Central Arkansas Transit Authority, operates local buses, including the Main Street trolley that runs through downtown. But with sporadic schedules, confusing routes, and constant breakdowns, the buses are far from reliable. Waiting an hour or longer for a bus to arrive is not uncommon, and good luck riding late at night or on weekends when the service is minimal. Trying to get from the far edges of town to downtown Little Rock via bus means a lengthy ride with multiple transfers. While cities like Dallas and Atlanta have robust rail systems, plans to build a modern streetcar or light rail keep stalling here. Now, with meager public transportation, having a car is essential to get around with efficiently. From buying groceries to making doctor's appointments, to simply meeting friends, everything hinges on driving yourself. But ride-sharing services like Uber and Lyft help fill the transportation gap, but they come at a cost. Little Rock's lack of diverse public and shared transportation options isolates many residents that makes navigating the sprawling city a headache. But there is hope that expanded bus options, an improved metro bus system, and eventual light rail could provide greater mobility, independence, and interconnectivity. Public demand for progress remains strong. In the meantime, we'll all dream of a day when reliable, efficient transit is a reality. Now, number 5, we're going to talk about the pollen situation. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, be prepared to stock up on tissues and medication when moving to Little Rock. Our pollen counts during spring are infamously high. From March through May, trees across Arkansas release their pollen into the air, blanketing everything in a fine yellow dust. It coats cars, outdoor furniture, and anything else in its path with a powdery film. Now, for allergy sufferers, this pollen explosion causes endless sneezing, coughing, itchy eyes, and runny noses. Stepping outside on high pollen days can feel like inhaling pepper spray to your nostrils. Not fun. We pop antihistamines like candy just to function and limit time outdoors when possible. But there are tricks for combating pollen season. Showering when you come inside, using HEPA filters, wearing sunglasses outdoors, and applying petroleum jelly inside your nose can help minimize symptoms. Stock up on meds and wait it out until pollen counts decline in the summer. Just be sure to pack extra tissues if moving during the springtime. Okay, that's my take on the highs and lows of life here in Little Rock. If you stuck around this long, I thank you for watching. As you can see, the good definitely outweighs the bad in my book. We got some scorching summers and allergies that'll make you sneeze your head off. Sitting in traffic waiting on construction gets old real fast. But that's just a small price to pay for all the city has to offer. With affordable living, kind neighbors, arts and culture, craft beer, and natural beauty, Little Rock's got that special small town charm with enough going on to keep life fun. Now I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. So if you're considering a move to Central Arkansas, I hope this video gave you some helpful insider perspective. And if you're looking to buy a home in the area, I'd be honored to help. Just shoot me a message and let's connect. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I have more Little Rock videos coming your way this year with neighborhood tours, restaurant recommendations, and more local tips. If you're thinking about relocating to Arkansas, just hit me up. And if you're local here, tell me what you like or dislike about Little Rock. Thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll see you in the next video.